Dealer price, list price, invoice, all those terms. Here's what's not confusing. TrueCar.com, new or used. You could save $3,000 off MSRP. Doug Gottlieb. Tiger Woods is back at the Masters. Now, my takeaway with Tiger, the first time he entered golf, there was some resentment. He was polarizing. The older people didn't like him on the course. He would swear. He would throw a club. He was a threat to Jack Nicklaus. He was rarely humbled. And then, frankly, he dominated TV coverage to a point where it was like he was the only golfer. So a lot of the purists pushed back on him. Now he's humbled, and he's divorced, and he looks and can play old. And, frankly, 10 years no Tiger, the sport has looked like a Morgan Stanley seminar and a J. Crew catalog. Same dress, same guy, same build, same golf, same quote, same blah, 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 blah. Golf needs Tiger way more than they've ever wanted to admit, and I think everybody's in on him this weekend.
Oh, I agree with you that everyone's in on him, and he would also help one of the things that I've always said, which is you can never be too drunk to fish, you can never be too old to play golf, right? So I would disagree with you in terms of the Morgan Stanley catalog, just because to those of us who still have watched golf, there's a great young generation that were brought to the sport that might not have been brought to the sport if not for Eldrick Tiger Woods. You got Ricky, who's flamboyant, still hasn't won a major, won the Players, but you got Ricky, you got Spieth, you got Rory. You do have some guys, but he's great because he does bring everybody back.
He brings me back.
What I think is most interesting is this. You played the clip, or Christine played the clip of Dario Saric saying, I don't want to play LeBron. Right. Which is incredibly honest.
Yeah.
Remember all these guys when he was hurt, when he was banged up, going through divorce on, in all the tabloids?
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm not scared of the Tiger anymore. Everybody else used to be scared of him. I'm not scared of Tiger. You know what I want to see? I want to see Tiger with the lead after 54 in a red shirt, okay, on the first hole, and see what those other guys do, spitting up all over themselves, because they know that Tiger with the lead on 54 at Augusta is a win for Tiger. I can't wait to see all those guys that said he was done, he was finished. He wasn't all the way dead. He was, as they say in Princess Bride, mostly dead, which, as we know now, is somewhat alive. I cannot wait to see Tiger at Augusta.
By the way, for those who push back on the Tiger phenomenon, Nike came in, and Dick's Sporting Goods came in, and their ratings exploded, and the purses tripled, and then he left for a decade. And Colorado canceled the tournament, and Nike wasn't as interested, and Dick's left, and the TV ratings imploded. Listen, the fans are telling golf what they like. They like Dustin Johnson, hot wife, little out of control. The fans are telling you, we kind of like the swearing guy that didn't look like a country
John Daly. We like John Daly.
Yes. John
Daly is still one of the most popular golfers in the world. He hadn't been competitive in forever. And we like a little bit of drama. We like a little bit of white trash. We like a little bit of controversy.
Yes.
I don't want to be married to Tiger Woods. I don't want to be engaged or involved with him in a relationship. But I want to see him play golf, and I like all of those backstories. Absolutely. You cannot. This is like the NBA had that with Jordan. Remember, Jordan went away, and then they brought him back with the Wiz. Come on, dude, just play a couple games with the Wizards.
Tiger Woods is a magnet. I mean, I like Phil Mickelson, but I've seen Phil Mickelson. Tiger's not like anything of my lifetime in golf. He's a magnet. I can't turn him off. The two things in my life outside of the football that have moved me to a TV are The Sopranos on Sunday night and Tiger. I've always watched the NBA. I never watched Sunday night TV outside of football until The Sopranos. I was like 9 o'clock Eastern, Sopranos. Tiger Woods literally changed my viewing habits. I'd be 2 in the afternoon on a Sunday. I'm like, it's April. And I'm like, oh, God, it's Tiger. I got to get home fast. What time the tournament?
Here's one of the things that people forget. After it all went bad with Elin, and he got exposed as, as a
sex addict, you wanted to call it?
Yeah.
Sure.
We can have another segment on whether or not you buy that somebody could be actually a sex addict. Yeah. That can be a completely different thing. But even after that happened and his body was breaking down, he still finished 4th at Augusta. See, Augusta is the one to which he could play blindfolded because it doesn't penalize you that much if you spray it off the tee.
Right.
It's about short game. It's about course knowledge. It's about putting on the undulated greens. And he has such a supreme amount of self-confidence. The big thing with Tiger, we all get caught up in tigerizing courses. Remember, that's one of the things that people didn't like. They were tigerizing courses. Sure. His driver can come and go. What he was great around the green, and 6 foot and in, he never seemed to miss a money putt. And when he was coming back, yes, the back had continually let him down, but he also had the chipping yips. The chipping yips are gone. I would think 6 foot and in, he's still Tiger Woods putting because that's all he could do for a long period of time. And whether or not he sprays it off the tee or not, I think he can survive. This is the one that tells you whether or not the comeback is for real.
Okay, Gronk, Story, trade, Albert Breer. Appears to be 2 teams interested. I think the Niners, the Saints, and the Seahawks could use a tight end. They all have great quarterbacks. He could flourish. I think New England waited too long. I don't even know what his trade value is anymore. He seems distracted. He's not physically reliable. And frankly, I'm not sure how long he wants to play. Is this this feels like the Band-Aid's coming off Belichick Brady. Am I wrong?
I don't think you're necessarily wrong. Remember, if this is his last year, this would be the classic time for Belichick to trade you. Look at all the other guys that he has traded. They all usually have 1 year left, and then they're gone. And yeah, by the way, we talked about the steal that San Francisco got, only a second-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. You pick up the phone and you go, hey, look, you underpaid for Garoppolo. How about overpaying for Gronk? But I don't think this is simply a Gronk story. I don't think it's simply about Bill Belichick. I think this has to do with the league and the position and how tough and demanding it is. Jason Witten, he did the TV tour thinking about getting into TV or going back to the Cowboys. He decided to go back to the Cowboys. Greg Olson, same thing. I'd leave football if I could do Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football. So the position is very demanding. But I think the other thing, and this kind of comes back full circle to what you talked about with Jay Wright. Jay Wright has been able to succeed. John Beilein with inferior talent compared to what he used to have has been able to succeed because of culture. And that's what Belichick wants. And that coaches are jettisoning. The Dolphins have done it. Get rid of their name, guys, and get the culture back right. And you can overachieve if you need to have inferior talent. I think the Patriots could be fine if they get a Mark Andrews, for example, from Oklahoma in the draft and trade Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, I don't think he hurts the bottom line. I think there's a symbolism with Brady. His name is Doug Gottlieb, Fox Sports Radio after mine, hour 2 next.
Thursday on FS1. Be there as a soccer superpower faces off with a rising power when Carly Lloyd, Crystal Dunn, Mallory Pugh, and the U.S. Women's